Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the beautiful Komoka Wellness and Recreation Center for the Komoka Kings home opener. It's the first game of the 2021-2022 Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League season for both of these teams as Chatham travels to Komoka for Game 1 of their season, and the Kings play host to the Maroons for the first time since 2020, perhaps even longer than that. I don't quite recall when the last Kings home game against Chatham was, but here we are and we're ready to go. Both of these teams played in the preseason, evidently, and the Kings played 6 games, went 1-5 in that span. One of those losses being an overtime loss against the Sarnia Legionnaires. The Chatham Maroons were the polar opposite. They were undefeated at 4-0 in just their 4 preseason games against the LaSalle Vipers and the Leamington Flyers. Tonight for the Kings, there are no lineup changes. Everything that you see online on their roster is what you're going to get here at the Wellness Center, and that includes Adam Zuckerman, who signed today with the Komoka Kings from the Toronto Nationals U18 AAA team, attending Western University. Zuckerman in the lineup for Komoka tonight. For the Chatham Maroons, a bit of a different story. They don't have Ty Durston, neither do they have Lucas Fancy. Noah Jabo is not here, and neither is Brody Fraley. So they've got 4 guys out, which means that Blaine Bassick will draw into the lineup for the Chatham Maroons. Bassick, one of their APs for this season. So he gets the nod here in their season opener against the Komoka Kings. The Kings now, of course, coached by Adam Casey. Casey, an experienced veteran coach with over 25 years of coaching experience at a multitude of levels, including the minor midget level, U16 now, I apologize, for the London Junior Knights. He was the head coach of the London Nationals for a little while, assistant coach with them as well. So Adam Casey has plenty of experience, and he's going to look to bring that to the Komoka Kings. And one of the reasons that the Kings maybe gone off to a slower start in the preseason is because they didn't quite have the time to gel and build a system underneath the head coach, since the Kings had to hire Adam Casey a little bit later than I'm sure they would have liked. And you saw some better results as the preseason went on for Komoka. That included their first win of the preseason later on, and then dropping the game against Sarnia to round things out. But they are ready to go here tonight. The starting forwards and defensemen for the Kings, it'll be Carter McElwain, Owen Lukings, and Matthew Goff. Josh Tidgewell and Chris Coulter will be on the back end, as expected. Omar Hage between the pipes for the Komoka Kings. For the Chatham Maroons, Colin Whaley and Ryan McKim on defense to start things off. Cam Simons, Cameron Welch, and Evan Wells will be the starting forwards for Chatham. Chatham is already on their bench. They're ready to go. We await for the Zamboni to depart the ice, the referees to come on, and the Kings will head onto the ice. Momentarily, we'll have player introductions and the national anthem, for which we will send it down to ice level. But for the moment, we'll continue our pregame, despite the fact that we are drawing ever closer to the 7:15 scheduled puck drop time. Omar Hage in the preseason got into 3 games for the Kings, wasn't able to win any of them, pardon me. Had an overtime loss and a couple of regulation losses as well. Michael Lemsley, who is the backup goaltender tonight for Komoka, played in 3 games, did get a win for the Kings. That was the Saturday against the Sarnia Legionnaires, the last time the Kings played a game in this building, although it was the preseason. And in speaking with a lot of people around the league, whether it's players, coaches, fans, staff, volunteers, everybody is excited to have hockey back. This is a big time for everybody. Everyone is pumped that their favorite Junior B teams, their favorite GOJHL teams, are able to play once again. They've received approval from the province at 50% capacity. I'd say we're right up close to that here at the Wellness Center. With a capacity of 700, they've got right around 350 people here tonight. It's a great turnout for the Kings and the Maroons. We've got about 5 minutes left in the pregame period. The referees seem nearly ready to go, and as you may have heard on previous broadcasts throughout the preseason or into the regular season last night when things got underway, the GOJHL has reverted back to the 1 referee, 2 linesman system instead of the 2 and 2, which they had last season, being 2019-2020. We'll see if that affects play here tonight, although I doubt it will, because those referees do a good job, and they did all throughout the preseason, as we continue to impatiently wait for this game to get going here in Komoka. The Kings and Maroons are both relatively inexperienced teams. After a year off, you lose a lot of your players, not only to the age restriction, but to other opportunities that they feel may better suit them. So we've seen a lot of guys from a lot of different teams depart and go elsewhere. The Kings have several new players that include Jack Uniacke, Darius Manny, Austin Connors, Nolan Burnside, Adam Zuckerman, Colin Holmes, Owen Lukings, Kaden Johnson, Matthew Ballack, and Ethan Matthews. That's not including the new players that they were supposed to have last season that signed but didn't actually get to play any regular season games. If you look around for Chatham, if you count Cameron Welch as someone who is a returning player because he had signed with Chatham, didn't get to play with them last season, he is back, but for the most part, up and down, aside from Welch, Cameron Simons, Lucas Fancy, who's not in the lineup tonight, and Evan Wells, you won't be able to find many returning players for the Chatham Maroons, as is the case with a lot of teams in this Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League. The Kings, after this game, will head out to London on Wednesday night to take on the London Nationals from the Western Fair District Sports Centre. Chatham has their home opener tomorrow at Chatham Memorial Arena out there. Kings have a loaded month of October as well, 11 games on the schedule in that month. Their first of which is October 2nd against the St. Mary's Lincolns right here in Komoka. We'll have the call for you on either Hockey TV or YouTube, perhaps both. We'll see how things go when we arrive at that date. It should be a great season for both of these two teams. They'll be looking to have immediate success and get off to great starts. That all begins tonight here in Komoka at the Wellness Center. The captains of the Chatham Maroons are Lucas Fancy and Cameron Welch, the co-captains for this season. We'll see who's wearing the C tonight, whether it's Fancy, who is not in the lineup, or whether it's Cameron Welch. I am unaware who is the captain this evening, but for the Komoka Kings, I can tell you who it is. It's Carter McElwain. McElwain was named captain on August 20th. That's when it was announced he was named captain August 19th. His assistants are Darius Manny, Josh Tidgwell, and Will Lewis. Lewis will wear the A on home and away sweaters, while Tidgwell will wear it on the white sweaters, which are home for the first half of the season and then away for the second half. Darius Manny will wear it on the black sweater, which is the away sweater to begin the year, and then the home sweater to round things out. We're nearing puck drop 2:34 left in this pregame period. The Kings are nearly ready to go on the ice. There will be player introductions momentarily here from Komoka. We're just waiting on the official go-ahead as the Kings get all sorted and lined up out there outside of their locker room. Chatham's on the bench. They've been ready to go for a while now. And just in watching warm-ups for these two teams, you can tell the players are excited to be back. They want to be here. They are eagerly waiting this puck drop here between the Kings and the Maroons. They are excited. They're yelling. They're hyping each other up. They want to be here. They want to play again after a year off. And the referees are out there on the ice now, which is a good sign, which means we are nearing the warm-ups nearing the player introductions and the national anthem. Mike Riatti holding the Kings back because they will be called out one by one onto the ice, for which we will send it down to ice level. As the referees and linesmen do their laps, we'll now set it down
Hockey fans, please welcome your 2021-22 Komoka Kings. Wearing number 1 from London, Ontario, playing goal, Omar Hayes. Wearing number 30 from Toronto, Ontario, and also playing goal, Michael Elmsley. Playing defense from London, Ontario, number 13, Josh Tinswell. Also playing defense from London, Ontario, number 11, Chris Coulter. Wearing number 4 and playing defense from London, Ontario, Jack Union. From Belmont, Ontario, number 9, Caleb Halstra, also playing defense. From Toronto, Ontario, number 6, Darius Many, another defenseman. Wearing number 23, Mike Matthew Bellock from London, Ontario. Matthew is also one of our defensemen. At the forward position, number 16, Matthew Goff from Glencoe, Ontario. Number 24, Ethan Matthews from Sarnia, Ontario. Number 19, Owen Lukings from London, Ontario. Playing forward, number 22, Alex Mcleod from London, Ontario. Number 15, Nolan Burnside, the forward position from London, Ontario. Number 18, Colin Holmes from Chatham, Ontario. Colin also playing forward. Number 23, from London, Ontario, Will Lewis. Number 17, from Exeter, Ontario, Jackson McLeod. Let's go, Jack! Number 20, Kaden Johnson from Peterborough, Ontario. Number 14, from Dorchester, Ontario, Austin Connors. And number 10, Adam Zuckerman from Toronto, Ontario. And your captain, number 8, Carter McElwain. The director of hockey operations is Ray Giffen. The general manager, Ruth Chanadad. The head coach is Adam Casey. The assistant coach, Mike Riani. The goalie coach of the Kings is Dave McDonald. The equipment manager, Daryl Warren. The athletic trainer, Doug White. The assistant equipment manager, Ed Bond. And the assistant athletic trainer, Brave O'Cure. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, these are our 2021-22 Komoka Kings. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for our national anthem? Gentlemen, remove your hats.
Introductions and anthems out of the way. It's go time here from Komoka, between the Maroons and the Kings. You heard all the Kings being announced onto the ice. Player by player, they're ready to go. We're ready to go here on the broadcast as the Kings and Maroons get set to do battle here from Komoka. My name is Dylan Baker, and I'll be taking you through the action here tonight from the Wellness Center as the Kings are almost set to start their 2021-2022 campaign, led by Carter McElwain, their captain. He'll be on the ice to start things off with Owen Lukings and Matthew Goff. Josh Tidgewell, Chris Coulter on the back end, as previously mentioned. It'll be Whaley and McKim on defense, Simons, Welch, and Wells up front with Brendan Strobel in goal for the Chatham Maroons. We're ready for the opening puck drop of the 2021-2022 season. The draw is won by Chatham. They send it back. Here is McKim. McKim will put it in the neutral zone where Lukings cuts it off. He'll flip it down into the offensive zone now, and Whaley will play the puck. Whaley below the goal line, sends it to the corner. Carter McElwain missed it, and off go the Maroons the other way. Here comes Simons. Simons through center into the offensive zone, knocked a linesman as it goes down, and into the corner for Cameron Welch. Welch, the former Komoka King, now captain of the Chatham Maroons, wearing the C tonight. McKim at the blue line with the puck, wristed on goal. Hage with his first stop, rebound chance, the shot goes over the net, and we've got ourselves a penalty on the play as the referee's arm goes up. Here comes Matthew Goff. Goff through center, goes between the legs, gets knocked off by Whaley. In he comes. The shot goes around, chance in front off the side of the goal as the puck gets touched up, and we've got ourselves a whistle. It'll be the first power play for the Kings this season. A couple of good chances on both ends of the ice. One for the Maroons where they took the penalty, and then one for the Komoka Kings as they nearly scored on Brendan Strobel, the goaltender from Livonia, Michigan. So the face-off will go in the Chatham zone. To take it will be Owen Lukings. Lukings has Johnston to his left and McElwain to his right. Going below the goal line now, Chatham going to try to get it out. They do. Flipped up to center. McCracken couldn't find it, and it'll come to Omar Hage, who has to cover up and hold on. So 54 seconds into this first period. A minute and 51 left in the penalty to Cameron Welch, who took a penalty against his former team here. Face off in the Kings zone. Lukings has that one in his skates. It goes back, and it's played by Komoka. Matthew Goff with it. Goff didn't play a single preseason game, as Lukings will dump it down, and around the boards it goes. Below the goal line, it'll be knocked almost out. Carter McElwain finds Josh Tidgewell. Tidgewell goes back down low. A big hit there. Knocked Tidgewell to the ice. Out come the Maroons, but a blown tire from Will McCracken prevented him from starting a rush. Pardon me. That was Dylan Glinsky. In the corner, Tidgewell with a cross check, and that's going to be a penalty against Komoka now. So after a big hit by the Chatham Maroons, the Kings tried to come back with a big hit of their own, and that will thwart their first power play opportunity, as the Maroons will now have a short power play for 43 seconds. Kings to the penalty kill for the first time. 0 for 1 on the man advantage tonight. Taking the face-off for Komoka will be Alex Mcleod against Evan Wells. It's 4-on-4 hockey for a minute and 17 seconds. That'll be followed by 43 seconds of 4-on-3. Wells is going to get off the ice now as the Maroons want different players out there. Draw is won by Mcleod, goes back to Darius Manny. Manny has the flexibility to play both forward and defense. On defense to start the game here, as Will Lewis can't handle the pass from Mcleod, comes out to center. Big hit on Glinsky by Manny. Manny goes back and looks for Jack Uniacke, his defensive partner. Uniacke is in the corner with the puck. Now sends it around. Here is Will Lewis. Lewis has his stick lifted, nearly grabbed by Simons. Simons trying to get around, finds Glinsky coming in, stopped by Hage, and he'll hold on to that puck. Great save there by Omar Hage as the Maroons were pressing here on the 4-on-4. Draw will be taken for Komoka by Adam Zuckerman, Kaden Johnson against Simons. Draw is won by Simons, and the Maroons in tight on Hage. He'll watch it go by. And now in the corner, Matthew Ballack plays it out to center ice. Simons cuts it off. Johnston gets a stick in on him, and he'll send it into the corner. Hage trying to get it out off the skate of the referee, and now it comes out for Kaden Johnson, rushing up ice. Has a man to his left. That is Jackson McElwain as Johnston comes back out to center. Johnston will regroup now. 25 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Flipped out to center, cut off there by Jackson McElwain, and now McKim will take it. McKim goes over to his teammate, and below the goal line, Ethan Matthews will go after it. Matthews battling with Simon. Johnston trying to get it. Now here's a chance for Chatham. A shot gets stopped by Hage there. Sculthorpe on the rebound. That was blocked. Power play now for the Chatham Maroons, and you can hear Tyler Rosler, their head coach, trying to get the power play unit out there on the ice. In comes Sculthorpe. Sculthorpe on the right side, trying to move it to the middle. It goes off a stick and below the goal line. After it is Nolan Burnside. Burnside playing on the PK. Puck comes out, and the Kings will have a chance to regroup. Manny and Coulter, the two defensemen on the ice for the Kings, as down low it's played by Ryan McKim. McKim goes back. Here is Connor Paronuzzi, pardon me. Here's a shot stopped by Hage. Net comes loose, and Coulter will play the puck. They're trying to call this net. Here's a chance down low. The Kings trying to get it out at the blue line. A shot from McKim, gloved by Hage, and we'll get a whistle. That'll do it for the Chatham power play, as they are now 0 for 1. Kings 1 for 1 on the kill. A short 43-second power play is killed off by Komoka. It'll be Owen Lukings to take the face-off for the Kings. And a linesman blows the whistle. Cunningham has been booted from the draw. So Campbell will take it. Ian Campbell wins the face-off for the Maroons, and Carter McElwain swoops in, takes the puck. Headed up with him is Matthew Goff. McElwain dances one man, moving in, and gets knocked off the puck by Clark. Clark in the corner now. McElwain throws it on goal, and it's deflected wide by Strobel, as the Maroons will look to set up a rush. Here comes Campbell. Campbell trying to get by Uniacke. It goes into the corner where the big defenseman will play it for the Kings. Now Carter McElwain will send it to center ice. It hit off the bench, and we'll get a whistle. 3 minutes and 55 seconds into this first period. The shots are 5-0 in favor of the Chatham Maroons. Cameron Welch will take the face-off for Chatham. Draw one there by Komoka, sent into the corner where Josh Tidgewell will try to grab it. Tidgewell, shot on goal, just goes wide. A prime opportunity for Chatham, but it whistled past the goal, and now Clark will play it in his own zone. So from one end of the ice to the other goes that puck. It gets sent to the middle for Cam Simons. Simons bringing it in for the Maroons, takes a shot on goal, goes wide. The net knocked a little loose by Omar Hage. Hits in front, trying to kick it was Simons, couldn't get there as the Kings try to get it out. It'll come back, and now it's cut off nearly by Komoka. Sent up by Jackson McElwain. Kaden Johnson in there. It goes to Zuckerman, and tight the shot stopped by Strobel. Great opportunity for the Kings, and there will be another Chatham penalty here. It'll be a cross-check. And the Kings will have their second power play of the night, I believe. No, correction. Kaden Johnson goes to the penalty box. So the Maroons will have their second power play. Chatham going to look to have this one go a little bit better than their last. Although their last was just 43 seconds, the Kings were able to clear pretty quickly. It'll be big if they can get possession of the puck off the draw. Draw is won by Komoka, trying to get it out. It just does squeak past the blue line. Komoka able to regroup. Cam Welch loses it. Burnside looking for it, can't find it. And now Matthew Ballock's got it in his own zone. Plays it off the boards. And it'll be grabbed by Craig Spence. Spence below the goal line for the Chatham Maroons will look to set up an attack on the power play. It comes up for Sculthorpe. Sculthorpe goes to the middle for Welch. Welch finds him once again. Sculthorpe on the left side. Down low, Ballock trying to grab it from him. Wells has it, cut off by Darius Manny. And now Welch on it once more. Burnside trying to get in on him. Comes to the blue line for Spence. Spence sends it over. Here's Welch. Welch takes a shot, gloved by Omar Hage. And he'll hold on to that puck. A minute and 21 seconds left in the penalty to Kaden Johnson. Alex Mcleod will take the face-off against Connor Paranuzzi. Draws one by Chatham, goes back to the blue line. Here's McKim. McKim sends it over to Spence. Spence goes back. Here's Paranuzzi. Paranuzzi to Spence. Spence goes to McKim now. McKim with that puck on the left side. Now at the blue line, it's Spence. Tried to wrist one that was blocked by Mcleod, who got in there, and now the Kings are able to clear on a good play from Will Lewis. Lewis pressuring. It's grabbed by Spence. Spence spins back and will look to start something up for Chatham. Here comes McKim in neutral zone. McKim goes to find Simons. Simons nearly lost it to Mcleod. A shot just whistled wide from the blue line by McKim, and the Kings are able to clear. 45 seconds left in the penalty to Johnston as Craig Spence regroups in his own zone. Owen Lukings goes to pressure him. And in there as well as Jackson McElwain. Here comes Spence on the left side. Shot stopped. Rebound saved by Hage. He had to be quick with that, and he was able to make a couple of great stops there on the Chatham power play. Shots are 9-1 early in favor of Chatham. Omar Hage has been all over everything to this point. First unit out there once again for Chatham. Cam Welch will take the face-off, wins it back to Clark at the blue line. Sends it over. Here is Welch again, now to the top. Clark wrists one on goal, stopped by Hage. Rebound, scores! Chatham strikes first on a power play goal from Dylan Glinski as they get a 1-0 advantage here in the first period. Certainly not the way the Kings hope to start their season. But Chatham gets on the board first on the power play. They were able to set up an attack. 11-1 of the shots in favor of the Maroons. 13:47 left in this first period. It'll be Mcleod to take the face-off against Glinski. Riding high off the goal, he'll look to take this draw. He wins it. Back now, it'll be grabbed by Colin Whaley. Whaley lost it. Here's a shot from Komoka. A sharp shot from Colin Holmes that was deflected up and over the glass. Holmes, Mcleod, and Will Lewis, the line out there for Komoka. And Chatham's face-off man, Glinski, has been kicked out, so Sculthorpe will come in. Draws one by Sculthorpe. He'll send it back with his skate below the goal line. Komoka trying to get possession of the puck. They're unable to do so. Here's Glinski in his own zone. Glinski now through the middle into the offensive zone. Fires a shot, deflected wide. Brett Hibbert on that. Chance a sharp angle shot that was deflected wide. Here goes Matthew Ballack the other way, flying through the neutral zone. Ballack comes in, tried to shake a couple of defenders, couldn't quite do it as he goes down in the corner, which gets a reaction from the Chatham bench. Darius Manny sends it back into the other corner. It's grabbed now below the goal line by Alex Mcleod. To the point, trying to find Ballack, couldn't do it. Glinski headed the other way, gets around Ballack and throws him down to the ice. As Ballack tried to step in front of him, Glinski was having none of it. Mcleod sends it up for Lewis, who deflects it in, and now will skate off for a change as Chatham looks to set up an attack. Sent up the ice now for Paranuzzi. He deflected it, so icing is waved off, and Hage will send it around the boards. Grabbed there by Caleb Hallster, or at least attempted to. It's sent out by Darius Manny. Looking for it is Burnside. Can't find it. It's Blaine Bassick with it. Bassick sends it over to Warren Clark. Hallster trying to lift a stick, couldn't do it. Manny couldn't get a hit off. And now a chance as the Maroons come in. Paranuzzi trying to find it, couldn't do it. Big hit there from Austin Connors as it comes out to center. Hallstrom missed that, and in comes Burnside. Burnside flips it down. Into the corner it goes now behind the net. He'll go in after it. Looking for it is Connors. Fans on that shot attempt as it comes to center ice. Grabbed by Ethan Matthews, getting his first shift for Komoka. Just recently signed earlier this week by the Kings. In his own zone is Craig Spence, the alternate captain for the Chatham Maroons. Gets deflected and into the corner. It'll be grabbed below the goal line by Jack Uniacke in his own end of the ice. Sends it up. Goff tries to deflect it in. Couldn't do it. In there are the Maroons, and it's grabbed by Ian Campbell. Campbell now deflected wide by Matthews. On it is Goff. Goff trying to get it over to Connors. Couldn't do it. Connors still out there. He got a shift earlier on in this period and has stayed on since. That was blocked by Omar Hage on that shot attempt. Carter McElwain tries to avoid a hit. These Maroons are not shy about laying the body. Here's Connors. Connors tried to give it over and gave it away. Here's Campbell. Campbell below the goal line. Looking for it now are the Kings. It's Jack Uniacke in there. Connors still out on the ice. His line now well off. Here's Carter McElwain, try to move to get around, and Chatham will continue to apply the pressure. It's Cunningham, feeds it back. The shot from McCracken was blocked, and now Komoka going to try to get it out, but it stays in the defensive zone. Here's Campbell. Campbell shooting, glove saved by Hage. He will not hesitate about covering that puck up because the Maroons were pressuring. 13 shots on goal for Chatham, just one for the Komoka Kings. Chatham leads 1-0. Cameron Welch will take the face-off for Chatham against Jackson McElwain for the Kings. Draw one by Welch as the Kings will steal it though and send it out to center, or at least attempt to do that as McKim dropped Johnston. A hit there, and it goes below the goal line where it's grabbed by Cameron Welch. Welch goes over, and Evan Wells has it. Wells, that's grabbed, and now a chance in front. Here's a shot, stopped by Hage, and close rebound, puck's loose. Kings trying to get it out, and they will be unable to do so, but at least the pressure was relieved for a short moment. In the corner now, battling is Josh Tidgewell. Komoka going to try to get out of their zone. McElwain had his pocket picked. Now down low, Chris Coulter on it. Coulter around the boards looking for Johnston. It'll come out and get by. Johnston heads down, and that'll be icing called against the Komoka Kings. So the puck will travel all the way back to the Kings zone, and a tired Kings group will have to take this face off. Chatham nearly had their second there, but Omar Hage stood on his head and was able to keep the Kings just down a goal. Dylan Glinsky will take the face-off. And we've got a man waved. McElwain gets waved from the draw. So in to take it will be Zuckerman. Zuckerman wins it. Now a chance in front, though, for the Maroons, and that was deflected wide by Hage. Chris Coulter trying to get the puck out. And now it's grabbed by Sculthorpe. Tried to go across. Pass is deflected by Tidgewell, and Coulter gets in there. At the blue line, it's grabbed by Zuckerman. He had it in his skates, and now down low, Kings trying to get it out. It's snatched up by Hibbert, Brett Hibbert, and we've got ourselves a whistle. We'll see what comes of it. To be honest, I'm not sure. 9:56 left in this first period between the Kings and the Maroons. Chatham leading 1-0. The net came loose, it seems, as they go to fix that. So the Hibbert, Glinsky, and Sculthorpe line will stay out there for Chatham. Mcleod with Lewis and Colin Holmes out there for Komoka. Omar Hage talking with the referee, and I think his mask came loose as Darius Manny goes to fix that up for him. On defense, it's Manny and Ballack for Komoka. Glinsky will take the draw for Chatham, and he will win it. It goes back. The pass was fanned on. Here's a shot from the point, deflected. Hage saw it all the way and sends it into the corner. Trying to get there is Alex Mcleod. Can't quite do it. It's deflected up. And now Will Lewis will take it through the neutral zone. Kings trying to apply some sustained pressure, but to no avail as it's grabbed by Bassick pretty quickly. In the corner on it now is Komoka. It's Colin Holmes. Holmes battling with McLeod in there to support him. McLeod, Glinsky going for it. Now McLeod comes away with the puck. In close, tried to get it on Strobel, but couldn't do it. In the corner now, Warren Clark sends it around, and Chatham will get it out. Sculthorpe with the puck. Sends it to the middle for Brett Hibbert. Hibbert moving in for Chatham. On the left side, a one-time shot from Blaine Bassick went wide, and then Will Lewis got in there with a big hit. Komoka nearly had a break, but they weren't able to get possession of the puck. Lewis shovels it out, and racing after it will be Colin Holmes. Strobel will come out to play it. Strobel goes onto the backhand and sends it to his defenseman. Austin Connors tried to cut off a pass, but just did miss it. As Chatham brings into the offensive zone again, here's a shot from Cam Simons. Pardon me, that's Connor Paranuzzi. That was deflected wide by Hage. Holmes in there trying to lay a hit. It'll be flipped up to center. No cut off. Ballack trying to get there as well. And after it is Caleb Hallstra. Flipped into the offensive zone by Craig Spence. Hage plays it out for Ballack. Ballack looking to make a pass to Burnside. Burnside blocked by McCracken. McCracken trying to keep the puck in for Chatham, and he will. It'll go to Paranuzzi. Paranuzzi in the corner, works it back off the boards, goes Austin Connors, who then got hit in the corner. Grabbed now by McCracken. as he's got that. It comes to Burnside. It stayed in. Burnside with Hallstra. Nolan Burnside flips back on the backhand in the corner. Will spin, looking to start up an attack. Nolan Burnside on that puck in the corner. 3 Maroons on him. In there to help apply the pressure is Caleb Hallstra. It gets deflected off the skate of David Brown and comes out. Here comes Ethan Matthews. Matthews on that puck for the Kings in the defensive zone. Uniacke trying to get there as well. Couldn't do it. It'll be sent out. Whipped by McCracken, and now he'll try to get back as Carter McElwain gets in there. McCracken, the big forward, blocked him. Here comes Brown. Brown tries to get by, but he's shut off by Matthews, and Carter McElwain missed the stretch pass. So it comes into the Chatham zone. Here's McKim. Ryan McKim with that puck, flips it into the corner, and after it is Matthews. On it, though, is Cunningham first. Cunningham with that puck for the Maroons at the blue line will hold on, and now into the slot. Fires a shot stopped by Omar Hage, who holds on for a whistle. Referees ensuring there are no extracurriculars, as both teams will get a change. Face off to the left of Omar Hage. It is won by Owen Lukings of the Komoka Kings and played off the boards. Carter McElwain tries to get it out, now does, flips it up, and racing forward is Matt Goff. Is he going to win the race against McKim? He won't. It goes into the glove of Brendan Strobel. Things getting a little bit chippy after the whistles here between the two teams. Obviously, for those who may not know, the Kings and Maroons faced off in the 2018-2019 playoffs, where the underdog Komoka Kings came back and beat the Maroons, or were ahead all series, I suppose. It wasn't really a comeback. But very few guys remain from those two teams. In fact, one of the few remaining guys in that matchup was Cameron Welch, who now plays on the other side for the Chatham Maroons. Chatham brings it through center into the offensive zone. Pass goes to Welch, as it'll be flipped up to center by the Kings, banking it off the boards, and racing after it is Colin Whaley. Kings just with the one shot on goal in this first period that has been credited to them to this point. Matt Goff in there. Carter McElwain tried to feed it to Lukings. He couldn't keep the puck in. Lukings goes back to Coulter. Coulter now for Josh Tidgewell. Tidgewell to McElwain. Gets deflected, and up comes McKim for Chatham. McKim gives it to Wells, who will dump it in, and Chris Coulter regroups for the Kings. Coulter sends it up to Matt Goff, and after it is Jackson McElwain off the skate of Cameron Welch, and now it'll be played in by the Maroons, now sent back off of a skate into the defensive zone. After it is McKim. McKim around the boards, McElwain trying to cut it off and keep it in, goes off of his skate, but he's got it, sends it down low now. Zuckerman sent it to Kaden Johnson. Johnston to the blue line, it comes to Darius Manny. Manny wrists one on goal, shot stopped by Strobel, rebound in tight. McElwain trying to jam it in front, a shot for Komoka, and nobody was able to get there as Johnston couldn't find the puck. Here's McElwain, gives it to Zuckerman. Zuckerman now tried to shove it on goal, couldn't do it. Manny tries to keep it in, and he will be unable to do so. Kings nearly had their first goal of this one as Ballack sends it over to Darius Manny. Manny makes a move there and will come out to center. Dodges one man. Darius Manny coming in, finds Jackson McElwain. McElwain on the offside, goes down to the ice. No call on the play. Johnston looking for it. Now here is McElwain. McElwain gives it to Johnston. Johnston has Zuckerman open in the slot, but couldn't find him with that pass, so he'll go back to Manny at the blue line. Shot on goal, stopped by Strobel. Into the corner it goes. This McElwain, Johnston, and Zuckerman line creating some pressure for the Kings, some much needed pressure, but Glinski heads the other way. Glinski throws it on goal up high, and Hayden is able to get a shoulder on it. Here is Ballack in the corner. Matthew Ballack gives it to Darius Manny, who goes back to Ballack. Ballack heading up the ice for the Kings as the forwards get a change. He's the only man there for Komoka, so he's not able to do much. Puck goes into the Chatham bench, and we get ourselves a whistle. 4:57 left in this first period. 1-0 Chatham here in Komoka. Faceoff will be taken by Alex Mcleod for the Kings. Draws one by Mcleod, goes back to the point. Here's Matthews. Matthews throws it on goal, stopped by Strobel, and he'll hold on. Strobel has had to face many more shots in the past minute or so than he had to in the first 15. Draws one by Chatham as the Kings try to pickpocket it. they aren't able to do that as it comes now to David Brown. Brown sends it out to center ice, and it's grabbed by Graham. Graham couldn't get there. Matthews trying to find it. He gets knocked down by Graham. Here's a shot. They score! A goal for the Chatham Maroons. It's their second of this period as Ballack went off into the corner, and it's David Brown with his first of the season. Brown had 3 goals in preseason action, and you may hear the Maroons bench. They are excited for the youngster. Brown is a Saginaw Spirits 7th round pick. So he's excited to get his first in the GOJHL. His line now heads off. Cunningham will take the face-off. The one thing you may have noticed if you looked at Chatham Maroons' preseason box scores is they score a lot. They have a lot of goals in those box scores this preseason against Leamington and LaSalle. Draws one by the Maroons. It'll come back, and it's grabbed by McCracken. McCracken sends it down. Coulter goes up for Hallstrom, misses it. And now it's Craig Spence on that puck. Spence cut off by Burnside, who gets hit by Cunningham. After a Tidgewell trying to get back, he blows a tire, but got enough of a stick on the puck to knock it away. Here is Connors in the corner. Pardon me, that's Coulter. Tidgewell now flips it up and racing after it. Burnside, McCracken in there with him. McCracken got a hip there to ensure he couldn't get to the puck. Connors now sends it into the corner below the goal line. It's grabbed by Chatham, and Craig Spence on it for the Maroons. Spence sends it up, deflected by Ian Campbell into the corner. Coulter racing after it. He's got Darius Manny with him now as Tidgewell has gotten off. Burnside on that puck. Burnside tries to throw it to Hallstrom, but it goes off of his skate. 3:50 left in this first period. Behind the net now, it's played by Strobel. Strobel goes into the corner, and Chatham looks to regroup. Campbell missed that, goes down the ice, and we'll have an icing called against the Maroons. 2-0 Chatham here with 3:39 left in this first period. Shots on goal are 19-5 for the Maroons. The face-off, though, will go to the left of Brendan Strobel. Komoka going to look to seize this opportunity to get on the board here. Lukings can't win the faceoff, though. McKim pressured by McElwain. Campbell on that, and it'll come out for Ballack. Ballack at center has Darius Manny with him. Manny goes back for Ballack. Ballack sends it up, deflected off the skate of Owen Lukings into the corner where Goff will race after it. Goff gets a stick in there, and now here's McElwain. McElwain throws it on goal just wide. Nobody's on the left side. Manny has to race back and get to the puck in the neutral zone. Sends it in. Kings have to get onside. Goff does, and they're able to regroup now. Carter McElwain trying to get in there. It comes up. Here's Cam Simons on the left side, streaking in. Shot stopped by Hage. Rebound will be cleared by Komoka. Behind the net now, it's Owen Lukings. Lukings goes back, and it's handled by Darius Manny. Manny flips it up to center, and Goff will play it right by the Elgin Middlesex Chiefs logo here at the Wellness Center. Sent down by Carter McElwain, and it's grabbed by Colin Whaley. Whaley goes back for Cameron Welch. Welch drops it off. Here's a shot from Simons. Glove saved by Hage. He'll hold on. .238 left in this first period. Shots are 21-5 in favor of Chatham. As the Jackson McElwain gets waived. Paranuzzi flinched as well, but Jackson McElwain gets the boot as it's won by Zuckerman, and now Johnston sends it out. Jackson McElwain and Kaden Johnson, one of the fastest skaters on this Kings team. Both tried to win that race, but Strobel got to the puck first. The goaltender, he was able to cover it up. Face-off will go to Strobel's left once again. Coulter and Tidwell, the defensemen. McElwain, Johnston, and Zuckerman, the forwards. Draws one by the Maroons. It's played by Blaine Bassick. Bassick in the neutral zone, feeds it over to Cameron Graham. In the corner, it's handled by the Kings. Clark sends it to the corner, and Graham looking for it there. Coulter trying to get there as well. Chris Coulter battling for possession of that puck as it's sent around by Jackson McElwain, or at least he tried to, but Chatham comes free with it. A hit there kept the Maroons away from the puck. And it's sent up by McElwain to Johnston. Johnston gives it to McElwain. He comes in with Zuckerman. McElwain holds, fires just wide. A good chance, but the shot was deflected, it looked like, by a Chatham defender. Headed the other way now are the Maroons. It's handled by Jack Uniacke as he steals the puck thanks to a hit by one of his teammates. McElwain dumps it, and the Kings will go for a change. A minute and 40 seconds left in this first period as it's grabbed by Craig Spence. Spence sends it up for Glinsky, who gave it over to Sculthorpe. Sculthorpe now back for Glinsky. The shot just goes over the net. Here is Mcleod. Alex Mcleod sends it up to the middle looking for Will Lewis, trying to pick the pocket of Spence. Couldn't do it. Glinsky nearly lost it to Holmes, but he missed that. After it is Ethan Matthews. Matthews in the corner. Feeds it back looking for Lewis. Couldn't do it. Mcleod in there trying to get the puck. Lewis back to the point. Here's Craig Spence. Along the right side, it's handled by Chatham. Here's a fan shot from Brett Hibbert. Lewis shovels it out to center, and it's the last minute of this first period. Here is Spence on that puck. Spence below the goal line. With it, goes back to the neutral zone. It's handled by Chatham. They head up the ice, and a hit there from Uniacke jars his man off the puck. Sculthorpe below the goal line. Valak is on him, and it comes free to McCracken, who got that puck blocked. And Valak in there, as well as Darius Manny, trying to get possession. It comes around, and it's handled by McCracken at the blue line. Flips it into the corner. Here is Valak. Colin Holmes lost that. Here's McCracken, stopped by Hage, who turns it into the corner. Good job there by Omar Hage to divert all action away from him. Manny shovels it to center, and after it is Holmes. Off the boards it goes. Manny's got it at neutral ice, sent down low, and Strobel misses that puck. Here's Carter McElwain. He'll send it back around. 5 seconds left in this first period. Chatham on that puck. A hit there from Goff, who then gets cross-checked, and we're going to have a late period penalty as Matthew Goff went into the corner and got slammed by somebody's stick. So the Kings will start the second period on the power play, but they trail this one 2-0 after one period. The goals for Chatham coming from Dylan Glinsky and David Brown. The shots on goal 23-5 in favor of Chatham. The Kings Welcome back to the Komoka Wellness Center. My name is Dylan Baker with you for the whole game here tonight in Komoka. The Kings trail 2-0 to the Chatham Maroons here as we get you set for the second period of action between these two teams. Kings went 1-5 in their preseason play. The Maroons went 4-0. The two Maroons goals scored earlier on this evening were scored by David Brown and Dylan Glinsky. Assists given to Will McCracken and Warren Clark in that period. Clock just now dying down here in Komoka, 33 seconds showing. The Kings will start the period with Lukings, Johnston, and McElwain, as well as Goff and Tidgewell. That's the power play unit because, as you'll recall, there was a cross-checking call right as the first period expired. So the Kings start this second on the power play, and one of the things the Kings have had trouble doing is sustaining pressure. That's difficult to do when you aren't starting in the offensive zone, especially when you've had struggles throughout the night. So they'll look to change that here. In the first period, the shots were 20-5, according to the official game sheet online, in favor of the Chatham Maroons. The scoreboard here reads 23-5. As we are almost ready for puck drop here, the teams are ready to go. Puck is dropped, and Johnston gets it back for Komoka after the win by Lukings. It's a cross-check charged. Here comes Carter McElwain in, tried a short side shot, didn't quite work. 19:45 left, 15 seconds into this power play. Knocked back by Owen Lukings as the Maroons nearly pressured their way into getting an opportunity. Here they come shorthanded, in comes Glinsky. He goes behind the net. Glinsky goes back to neutral ice. Here's Spence. Spence maintaining possession for the Maroons. It gets sent down, and Tidgewell will have to race after it, but not before Cameron Welch can get there. Shot stopped from Glinsky by Hage. As below the goal line now, it'll be grabbed by Komoka. Tidgewell gave it away, and here's Simons. Simons with it, Johnston pressuring, sent around the boards, and Tidgewell races after it. Cameron Welch on that puck. On it is Carter McElwain. McElwain gets the puck taken away from him, then a hit from Josh Tidgewell. Here comes Komoka. McElwain through the neutral zone with Lukings, and now goes to Goff. In close for Lukings. The shot just went wide. Great chance to put the Kings on the board, but the shot missed the net. McElwain being dogged hard there by McCracken. Puck comes free, and on it is Chris Coulter. He'll send it up for Kaden Johnson. Johnson with it into the offensive zone. Here he comes. The shot deflected over the goal. In the corner now, it's grabbed by Goff. Goff lost it. Simons playing it. Simons battling for the puck there, as Johnston is in there as well. Spence in there for Chatham. It comes free. Coulter in the neutral zone. We'll give it back. Lewis into the offensive zone now for the Kings, but the play is offside, so we've got ourselves a whistle. 17 seconds left in the penalty to Nolan Miller for the cross-check. Kings had their first power play opportunity thwarted by a Josh Tidgewell cross-checking penalty, and that really took some momentum out of their sails because the Kings were doing very well on that early power play, but had to regroup once they were on 4-on-4. Draws one by Lewis, goes to Mcleod. Mcleod finds Ballack, who finds Darius Manny. Manny goes back to Mcleod, still in the neutral zone are the Kings as they look to work up an attack, but it gets sent down by Chatham. In the corner now is Matthew Ballack. Ballack sends it up for Will Lewis. Lewis through center with it, plays it off the boards, and now races after it himself, battling with Whaley in there. Taken by Chatham. McKim now Zuckerman on it. Zuckerman battles with McKim, and around the boards it goes. Lewis trying to find it, but it'll come free to Graham. Graham sends it up, deflected there by a Maroon. That's Paranuzzi who got a piece, and now Lewis has it, tried to feed it out to McLeod, but he didn't see the pass coming. After it now is Darius Manny. He'll race in the corner for it. Paranuzzi trying to get there as well. Manny shovels it to Will Lewis. Both guys can play both forward and defense. It comes free. Now here's a chance for Zuckerman, streaking in behind the defense. Zuckerman on the left side, coming in on dribble off the crossbar. Oh, what a shot from Adam Zuckerman, but it hit the crossbar and ricocheted out. Here now with the puck is Colin Whaley. Whaley trying to find it, now gets it up for his teammate Paranuzzi, who gets hit by Darius Manny. Gets a hand in on him. Now a chance in front, deflected by Matthew Ballack. Below the goal line, it's grabbed by Manny as Ballack still jostling with a Maroons player. It goes off of Ballack and comes up to Clark. Clark in there has Burnside on him. Chance in front for the Maroons was deflected wide. Here comes Darius Manny through center. Manny finds Nolan Burnside. Burnside goes back for Hallstra. Hallstra now tried to find Manny, couldn't do it. Kept in by Austin Connors. Connors then lost it, and now after are the Kings once more. Chatham through center with the puck into the offensive zone now. Hage watches it slide by. It's grabbed by the Maroons. Here's Darius Manny. Manny plays it on the backhand in the corner, feeds it up for Nolan Burnside, and Connors will chase after it. Kings most likely eager for a change here as their group has been out there for a little while. Dancing around Nolan Burnside was Warren Clark, who now gets the puck stripped from him after he held it for a while. Burnside chips it in, and after it goes Caleb Hallstra. Hallstra playing forward, naturally a defenseman. All three of him, Lewis and Manny, could do both. Here is Matthews. Matthews plays it up for Hallstra. Fanned on that pass opportunity off the glass. Now it's grabbed by Matthews. Battling with Brett Hibbert. Matthews sends it in, and it's taken by Bassick. Bassick on that puck for the Maroons. Cut off by Hallstra, but it got too far away from him, and Strobel plays it. Around the boards now it comes for Campbell. Campbell near the Kings bench. Gives it away. Here's Hallstra in close. Hallstra tried to go onto the blade of his stick, perhaps trying a lacrosse move, but that was thwarted. Hits a referee and it's kept in. Here's Kaden Johnson. Johnson with the puck. Has Connors headed towards the net. Johnston will play it on the backhand around for Connors. Connors with it now in the corner, battling with Bassick. Jackson McElwain trying to find the puck as well. Now sent across. It's handled there by Warren Clark. It'll come free and get sent down the ice where Ethan Matthews will chase after it. And we've got a whistle. It's an icing called against the Chatham Maroons. 24-7 the shots now in favor of the Chatham Maroons. Kings with 2 to start this period. Of course, if you were to check online, it would tell you it's 21-7. 15:20 left in this second period. McElwain, Johnston, and Zuckerman out there. That's been probably the best line tonight for the Kings that has had the most pressure. Draws one easily by Dylan Glinsky of the Maroons, and it gets flipped up by Brett Hibbert to the neutral ice, where it's played by Jack Uniacke, who goes to Ethan Matthews. Matthews tries to find Zuckerman, who will race after the puck. Stick is lifted. Johnston trying to get there. Couldn't do it. Now Zuckerman gets a hit across. Here's Johnston. Johnston looking for possession. Can't do it. Around the boards it goes. Jack Uniacke can't get there. Now a 2-on-1 headed the other way, but Matthews will get to the puck in the nick of time. So Uniacke plays it up looking for Zuckerman. Couldn't find him. And now here's a chance. Off the skate of Jackson McElwain, who had a break, but got it off the wrong end of his body. It got off his skate instead of his stick, and now Johnston's got it. Johnston plays it up looking for Tidgewell. Here's Zuckerman. Zuckerman back. Can't find his man up top. And now McElwain plays it in the skates of Zuckerman. Johnston in there as well, trying to get the puck. McElwain and Glinsky go back and forth. Here's Spence. Craig Spence, and now there's a penalty coming up against Jackson McElwain for that last whack at Glinsky. Strobel being told to get off the ice as the Maroons will get the extra attacker. Spence is going to wait. Goff trying to pressure and force him to give away the puck, but the Maroons still maintain possession. Headed up into the neutral zone. Carter McElwain lifts the stick. Sent back. Chatham still with the puck. Komoka yet to touch it. Here's Spence behind his own goal. Turns around. Goff in there. McElwain will finally get a piece, and we've got a whistle. Bit of a late whack there, which led to an added whistle. So Carter McElwain getting into it with Cam Simons a little bit there. Simons being a bit of a pest here for the Maroons, and Carter McElwain. Josh Tidgewell also in there. They won't let that slide. As Jackson McElwain heads to the penalty box, he's got 2 minutes. So the faceoff will go to the right of Omar Hage. The Maroons have 1 goal on the power play tonight. They're 1 for 2 in their 2 opportunities, the first of which was just 43 seconds. Puck is dropped and won by Chatham. Brown tries to get it. Now it comes free. Here comes Burnside the other way. Nolan Burnside short-handed racing in. Burnside coming in on Strobel. Gets taken down and goes hard into the boards. A great opportunity for the Kings, but the Chatham defense caught up just in the nick of time. Here comes Simons up the ice. Deflected by Brown into the corner. After it is Darius Manny. Manny gets his stick lifted by Brown, and now Connors gets hit there as he was trying to help his teammate out. Manny trying to get to that puck. Can't do it. Paranuzzi in there. And it comes around. Here is Spence. Spence at the point. Finds a man, Brown, in the slot, but he just missed the pass. Here's Manny. Manny in the corner, gets pinned up to the boards by Simons. Brown jostles the puck free, and now down low comes McKim. McKim tries to get it up front, backhand shot, they score. No, they don't, hit the crossbar. It looked like it had gone in, but it hit the crossbar according to the referee, and that they score on. It's Cam Simons on a deflection right in front of the net, and it's a power play goal for the Maroons. It's 3-0. So a power play goal for Chatham, their second of the game, has them up 3-0. 12:58 left in this second period. Kings now 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. Alex Mcleod will take the face-off. He's got Colin Holmes to his right, Will Lewis to his left. 12:58 left in this first period. Draws one by Chatham and sent back. After it now is Holmes. He can't get there. It comes free, and now in his own zone is Matthew Ballack with the puck. Now lost it to Paranuzzi in front. Stopped by Hage, who slides across the crease to make that save. And a couple of hits there late. Ballack getting in on his man. So Cam Simons, assisted by Craig Spence, have the goals. Or on that last goal, Ballack has 2 Maroons on him as he continues to chirp and go back and forth with Warren Clark. Ballack, the rookie in the GOJHL, not afraid to stand up to the veteran. So Mcleod will take the draw and win it. Headed the other way now are the Kings. No, a shot from Chatham that just sails over the goal. After it, Ethan Matthews. Matthews plays it off the glass, and on it is Alex Mcleod. Matthews gets it back, sends it around for Ballack. He can't get there in time, but it does come free for Mcleod now, who gives it right back to Matthew Ballack. Ballack and Mcleod trade possession of the puck yet again, and now it comes up for Will Lewis, who nearly caught it and played it down, but it's grabbed by Warren Clark. Clark sends it up, and Matthews has it. Matthews goes over for Colin Holmes, couldn't find him, and now it comes free. Just gets by the outstretched stick of Will Lewis as he gets possession of the puck now in his own zone. Banked off the boards, cut off by Clark. Clark sends it down for Ethan Matthews, who takes it. Now Ballack with it in his own end of the ice, goes back for Matthews right in front of the goal. Sent up as it gets cut off there. Colin Holmes trying to find it. Now it comes free for Glinski. Dylan Glinski on that puck. He's got a goal tonight for Chatham. Sent in. Hage watches it slide to his left and points to it for Matthew Ballack to get there. Ballack, of course, getting a couple extra whacks from the Maroons after the chirping he did with Cam Simons. Here is Matthews in the corner, whips it around, looking for Ballack, and now it comes to the blue line where Will Lewis takes it. Lewis plays it off, and it's grabbed by Ballack as he moves into the offensive zone. Simons with a hit there. Kings have to come out. They're offside. Possession is grabbed by McKim for the Maroons. And a big hit by Matthew Ballack sends McKim to the ice and gives the puck away for a moment. But Chatham gets it back. They send it down now. And looking forward is Ethan Matthews. Matthews gets hit by Evan Wells. Matthew Ballack really stood up Ryan McKim near the Chatham bench. Here's a shot gloved by Hage. He'll hold on. 3-0 Chatham here. Exactly 11 minutes left in this second period. Face-off will be taken by Owen Lukings. He's got Matthew Goff and Austin Connors. Draw one by Chatham, though, at the blue line. Here's the shot, just whistles wide. Tidwell watches it. Now McElwain plays it up looking for Goff. Couldn't find him. Went right through his skates, and it's an icing. A good pass from Carter McElwain, but a little bit too hot to handle for Matthew Goff, the Kings winger. Lukings, McElwain, and Goff, the forwards. Tidwell, Coulter, the defenseman. Draws one by Lukings, and Tidwell's going to get a cross-checking penalty here. Right off the face-off, Tidwell hit his man, and that's going to result in a penalty as this Kings penalty kill that is 1 for 3 will have to defend once again. Tidwell cross-checked Nolan Miller there, who took a penalty of his own for cross-checking at the end of the first period. Connors, Burnside, the penalty-killing forwards. Uniacke and Manny, the defenseman. Draw one, though, handedly by Chatham. Cameron Welch won it. Burnside gets the puck free for Komoka, though. He chips it by. Now trying to get through. Couldn't do it. Burnside in the corner. And now below the goal line, it's grabbed by Warren Clark. Clark sends it up for Evan Wells. Wells through center into the offensive zone. Back for Clark. Missing that. Chance in front. Great play by Chris Coulter getting in there to ensure no Maroon was able to get their stick on that opportunity. After Nolan Burnside just now clears it, it's grabbed by Brendan Strobel. Strobel gives it back, and it's handled by Glinski, Glinski in his own end of the ice, feeds it up to center where Wells takes it. Wells gets hit by Jackson McElwain, and it's grabbed by Warren Clark. Clark goes back for Evan Wells. Wells now through center into the offensive zone off the skate of McElwain, and it comes free for Clark again. Clark sends it down for Glinski off the skate of McElwain. Kings doing a good job keeping the Maroons into the neutral zone, but now Clark brings it in. Clark goes back. A hit there from Austin Connors. Down in the corner now, it comes free. Chance in front. Wells shot that one wide. In there on his man is Jackson McElwain. That's Sculthorpe that he was on. Deflected wide by Hage after a defenseman deflected a shot. Here is Chris Coulter around the boards. Comes back to Glinski at the point. Glinski at the blue line. Dances around his man. Handles it and now goes down low for Sculthorpe. Sculthorpe behind the net. Feeds it out in front. Great big save by Omar Hage. Jackson McElwain feeds it to Austin Connors. And now the two of the Kings break out. It gets sent down and it'll be handled there by Strobel. Strobel feeds it back, and it's handled now by Craig Spence. Spence sends it up the ice, tried to find a streaking David Brown, but couldn't quite do it, and it'll be an icing, so the Kings will have a chance for an offensive zone faceoff here on the power play, or pardon me, on the penalty kill. Down a man, a chance to start something here. Kaden Johnson will take the faceoff. Mcleod to his right. Matthews and Uniacke at the blue line, and that will kick Cam Simons out of the face-off as he went a little bit too early. So Cameron Welch will have to take the draw. Welch wins it, and it goes back for Craig Spence. Spence with that puck behind his own net. He goes and handles it, feeds it over, and it's grabbed by Cameron Welch. Welch through the middle, 15 seconds left in the penalty to Tidgewell. Racing after it, Brown. Matthews in there as well. Matthews trying to get there. Brown feeds it out to center, and Johnston cuts it off on the pass in the slot. Just barely able to keep it in out of the Maroons. Chatham handling now. Komoka gets the puck out, and racing after will be Johnston. Tidgewell off the penalty box and onto the ice. Here is Spence. Spence through center. After it is Zuckerman. Can't find it. Here's Uniacke. Jack Uniacke with that puck. Sends it up to Kaden Johnson, who deflected it into center ice where Spence handles it. Spence goes back, and McCracken plays it. McCracken goes for Uniacke, and now couldn't find him. Here come the Kings. It's Johnston with the puck. Kaden Johnson moving in. Goes between his own legs. In tight, he shoots. Stopped by Strobel. Good move there from Kaden Johnson, but could not get it past Brendan Strobel. So 8:16 left in the second period. 3-0 Chatham here. And the linesman telling something to the Maroons, saying they have to go back. The Maroons try to get a change a little too late. So McElwain will take the face-off. Holmes and Lewis with him. Jackson McElwain, that is. Jackson wins it back to Darius Manny. Manny feeds it over for Matthew Ballack, who sends it around the boards, and now it's grabbed by Jackson McElwain. Will Lewis on the backhand, stopped by Strobel. To the point, it's grabbed by Manny. Manny lost it, now coming back at the Maroons. Pass goes up, racing up the ice, but deflecting it is Ballack. And now he gives it right to a Chatham Maroon. The shot just went wide. Hage lost his stick and was down. Headed the other way now. Kings trying to race after it. Jackson McElwain has speed, but not enough to catch up to David Brown. McElwain takes his man down. Here's Colin Holmes. Holmes with that puck. Backhands it on goal. Stopped by Strobel. Rebound is loose. Holmes in close. That's deflected wide. Holmes gets sent down to the ice, and Chatham's got it behind their own net. The Maroons play it off the glass and up to center, where it's grabbed by Graham. Graham coming in for Chatham, and he comes on Hage. Stopped by the Kings goaltender, and it remains a 3-0 game. 30-10 the shots in favor of the Maroons. That's a 3-1 ratio. Faceoff will go to the left of Omar Hage. Draws one. Now Clark looking for it. And here is Lukings. Lukings back for Tidgewell. Now Lukings on it. Owen Lukings goes up for Matthew Goff, who couldn't get the pass. And it feels like that's been the story of the evening for the Komoka Kings. They've had near opportunities, but have not been able to come up with the pass, or the shot hasn't been on goal. Adam Zuckerman had a great opportunity, shot a laser, but it hit the crossbar. The Kings have been close, but have not been able to get anything on the board. Face-off won by Chatham. Back here's Clark at the point. Clark sends it over, and it's handled by Blaine Bassick. Bassick had it come out, or no, it's kept in, pardon me. Here is Burnside trying to get by, and does, and there's a man down for the Kings. It comes back off, looking for it, couldn't get there, and now headed the other way is Sculthorpe. Sculthorpe for the Maroons back. Now Tidgewell shovels it up off the boards. Glinski's got it. Glinski sends it down low. Coulter plays it to Burnside. Burnside trying to get it to Owen Lukings, but he's tied up. Lukings not getting in there. And now Coulter gives it to Tidgewell. Tidgewell goes up for Matthew Goff. Goff has it in his skates and now gets to center. Goff through the middle into the offensive zone. Tidgewell had it deflected, then hit Hibbert. And now it's grabbed by Bassick. Bassick plays it up for Hibbert. Hibbert now to center ice. It's deflected by Burnside. Here comes Clark the other way for the Maroons. Coming in on Josh Tidgewell. Tried to shake him. Couldn't do it. Tidgewell cut that off. Now he lost the puck, but it comes free to Goff at the neutral zone and plays it back for Lukings. Lukings has Burnside to his left, and offside are the Komoka Kings. So face-off will go in the neutral zone with 6:09 left in this second period. Mcleod with Johnston and Carter McElwain out there. And McElwain comes in as Mcleod gets waved out. Draw one by McElwain goes to Matthews. Pass was fanned on. Here comes Miller the other way for Chatham. That went off the skate, and it comes now down low. Here is Matthews once again looking for Carter McElwain. Going to get pressured there by Miller. Matthews tries to get it, can't quite come up with it. Here's Cam Welch. Welch lost it. Now McElwain heads the other way. Johnston tried to get that pass, but he had only one hand on the stick and wasn't able to handle it. We've got a whistle. It's an offside against Chatham. We appreciate you joining us here on this Saturday night for the home opener of the Komoka Kings as they play host to the Chatham Maroons. 3-0 Chatham. Mcleod the win on the draw. Now McElwain gets leveled at center ice, had his head down, and the Maroons made him pay. Here is Chatham now back through the middle. Mcleod deflects it, as racing after it will be Chris Coulter in the corner. Coulter gets hit and goes down to the ice there as he had his back against the boards and just kind of went down after a big hit. Tidgewell gets his pass cut off. Here's Johnston. Johnston trying to play it and kicks it up looking for Mcleod, but his stick was tied and Chatham heads back. Here's McCracken. McCracken gets hit there. Carter McElwain tries to get by Spence, but Spence gets the puck. Mcleod trying to feed it up for Johnston. Both Kings in the same spot, and that kind of clouded things up. Johnston comes away with it. Kaden Johnson gets hit hard there, but they missed the hit. Here comes Mcleod the other way. Mcleod with McElwain drops it off for Johnson. Johnson coming in. What a move! Pass! And it was stopped by Strobel in close. Kings battling, trying to get the puck, and it'll come out. Oh my, what a chance for the Komoka Kings. But they were unable to capitalize. I'm not sure if Strobel stopped that, if it went off the side of the net, what happened. McElwain offside. He's going to have to retreat, or he'll just get off and head to the bench, as will Kaden Johnston. Lewis and fresh troops over for Komoka. Matthews chasing after it. Jackson McElwain now on the ice. Racing forward is Jack Uniacke in the corner. Uniacke plays it up. Lewis has it go off of his skate, and looking forward is McElwain. Spinning around. Here's a chance, and a great play by Zuckerman, getting in on Paranuzzi. At the blue line, it's McKim. Now Paranuzzi with it. Goes back for McKim at the top of the left circle. Shooting! Stopped by Hage. Up and over the glass, out of play for a face-off to follow. Face-off will go to Hage's left. Draw is won by Chatham, and the puck will come free. sent down the ice, and a couple of Kings will race after, one of which being Will Lewis, who is flying down the ice, but he couldn't get there in time. McKim plays it, goes right to Jackson McElwain, and he deflected that into center. Here is Paranuzzi, shot it wide, and after it now Whaley. Whaley sends it around the boards, looking for it McKim. McKim with that puck on the left side, fires a shot blocked by McElwain as he'll go get it in the corner. McElwain looking for Jack Uniacke. On it now is Zuckerman, and now it's grabbed by Graham. Shot deflected. Hage saw it and was able to hold on for a face-off to follow. 31-11, the shots in favor of the Chatham Maroons. Make that 32 with the latest shot. Draw one by the Komoka Kings. Darius Manny around the boards for Caleb Hallstra. Hallstra plays it up, and it's handled there by Holmes, who got hit and lost his stick. Hallstra down low. Racing for it now are both sides, and it's grabbed by Chatham as they bring it through center. Clark gives it to Glinski. Glinski coming in. Shot was deflected, and it goes wide of the goal. Darius Manny sends it around. Clark on it. And battling for possession is Hallstra. Connor's in there as well. Manny trying to get that pocket, comes free. Clark, and now Hallstra will race for it. Caleb Hallstra has an open man, tries to get it to Colin Holmes, but couldn't get possession of the puck quick enough to execute a pass. Comes out to center, looking for it. Glinski. Glinski's got it. Moving in now, and that'll be an offside, much to the chagrin of the Chatham Maroons bench. The draw will be taken by Owen Lukings. He's got Goff and Connors, it seems. Pardon me, that's Nolan Burnside. Spence sends it across. Here's McCracken. McCracken sends it down low, and it's grabbed by Chris Coulter off the boards. And chasing after it is Matthew Goff. He won't get there. Craig Spence will try to get a stick in, and now nearly hooks him. No call on the play. Maroons were hoping for one. It'll come free, and Chatham races back. Trying to get there first is Owen Lukings. He was ready to lay in for a hit, but the Maroon dodged him and sent the puck down as it's a battle in the corner. Tidgewell will chase after it behind the net now. Goes up for Matthew Goff. Goff with the puck on the left side. Feeds it up now, and it goes off the skate of Lukings. Headed back are the Maroons. Here's Cameron Welch. Welch with that puck. Fires that one. It's blocked away by Omar Hage. On it is Coulter. He tries to get there, and now Will. Off the boards it goes, and it gets sent down the ice. And icing will be called against the Kings. 1 minute and 46 seconds left in this second period here at the Komoka Wellness Center. My name is Dylan Baker. We appreciate you joining us. Lukings will take the draw once again for Komoka. Draw one by Chatham. Comes back, and now at the point it's handled by McKim. McKim goes over. Here's a shot from Cam Welch that was blocked. Now McKim in the corner, spinning off. Lukings looking for it. Coulter trying to get there as well. Here's the pass, goes to McKim. McKim with that puck. Below the goal line for Chatham, into the slot. Here's a shot from Cam Simons. Hage gobbled it up. Good save there by Omar Hage. On the 34th shot for Chatham through nearly 2 periods. Johnston, Mcleod, and McElwain, Carter that is, for Komoka, with Uniacke and Matthews at the blue line. Cam Welch will take the face-off, won by Mcleod. Now here comes Johnston the other way. Johnston's got moves and speed. Johnston goes down, keeps it in his skates, finds Carter McElwain, who was streaking in, couldn't get possession of the puck as Johnston got tripped, and the rush never really recovered. It gets sent up, and looking for it is Matthews, plays it off the glass, off the stanchion, making a loud noise here at the Wellness Center. As we approach the last minute of play here, Carter McElwain chips it by, and now Simon's racing back to back check. Here's Matthews, couldn't find it. McLeod couldn't get there either. Now Matthews gets it back, throws it on goal. Strobel has it, he'll hold on. So 49 seconds on the dot left in this second period. 3-0 Chatham in Komoka. Kings had a great chance. Johnston was tripped and They weren't able to do anything with it. Jackson McElwain will take the face-off. He's got Zuckerman and Lewis as Adam Casey jumbles the lines along with Mike Riatti to try and spark this Kings offense. Brown goes off of a skate there, sent up in the air, looking for it as Ballack. He couldn't reach that, and Glinsky had it, sent it in, and Manny plays it to Zuckerman. Zuckerman sends it up for Jackson McElwain. McElwain with speed, tries to get by, can't do it. Will Lewis now behind the net looking for the puck. It's grabbed by David Brown. Brown to the point, and now it's handled by Brett Hibbert. Hibbert goes over where Glinsky's got it. Glinsky shooting, stopped by Hage. He'll hold on. 16 and a half seconds left in this second period. 3-0 in favor of the Chatham Maroons. Omar Hage has made 29 saves on 32 shots according to the official game sheet. If you're in the arena, he's made 32 on 35. Kings with 12 shots in this one. The Maroons have done a really good job of neutralizing their offense and keeping them away from getting any pressure. Burnside, Goff, and Lukings out there. Tidgewell and Coulter on the back end. As Tidgewell plays it up, here's Goff. Goff through center now. Kings looking for one last chance. 10 seconds. Goff coming in onto the right circle. Shooting, stopped by Strobel. Rebound in close, battling for it are the Kings. And a little whack with little time left. Has some extracurriculars now. As the referees and linesmen will try to break that up. 4.1 seconds left in this second period. Lukings was nearly able to jam that home as Goff rushed up the ice. If you're Tyler Rosler of the Chatham Maroons, you got to be pretty happy with what your team has done through nearly 2 full periods to this point. As the draw is won by Chatham, and the clock will run down here on this second period. The Kings, they trail by a score of 3-0. The lone goal in the period scored by Cam Simons, an assistant captain for the Maroons. That was on the man advantage on a deflection. We'll head to the intermission. We'll be back. Kings are going to need a lot of goals here in this third period as we head to break. Welcome back to the Komoka Wellness Center. Third period about to get underway here as the Kings trail by a score of 3-0. They will look to get back in this one and perhaps mount an epic comeback against these Chatham Maroons, who score at a rapid pace. They scored 2 very quickly in the first period. They added a third in the second period. And they've played very well defensively. They've shut down a lot of Komoka Kings attacks. We're almost ready to go here as Owen Lukings will come in for the face-off and loses the draw to Cameron Welch, the former Komoka King, now Chatham Maroon, as McKim sends it down, and it's grabbed by Chris Coulter. Coulter has it go off the back of Kaden Johnson, and off the Kings go into the corner. Coulter looking for it once more for Komoka. It'll get sent out by the Kings, and Carter McElwain trying to find the puck. Bounces off the penalty box. Now here's Johnston coming in. Kaden Johnson with the puck shooting. That's deflected. And Josh Tidgewell trying to get after it. Evan Wells there as well. Here's Johnston into the slot. Dodges McElwain. Here's Coulter on the right side. Risks that one on goal. Stopped by Strobel, and he'll hold on for an early whistle here in this third period. The shots through 2 periods were 35-14. In favor of the Chatham Maroons. It's been a pretty lopsided game up to this point. Here at the Wellness Center, Mcleod will take the face-off. Burnside to his right, Goff to his left. Draw is won by Mcleod, but the puck will come out, and Ballack has to race after it. In on him quickly is Hibbert. Hibbert gets a stick in there, and after it, Sculthorpe. Sculthorpe with it for the Maroons. Behind the Kings net, has it in the corner now. Sends it across the ice, trying to find McCracken. And now Chatham plays it in that corner. It'll come free. Sculthorpe on it. Sculthorpe battling with Burnside. And now here's Darius Manny through center. Manny has Burnside and Goff to his left. Passes across the shot. Burnside couldn't find the pass as it gets by. Now a 2-on-1 headed the other way for the Maroons. In they come. Here's Glinski and Sculthorpe. Glinski shoots. Stopped by Hage. And he'll hold on to that puck. A great opportunity for Chatham on the 2-on-1, headed the other way. But Omar Hage got in the way of that shot and was able to make the save. Both teams with one shot here in this third period. Face-off will be taken by Colin Holmes for the Kings. And he'll win that draw. Goes back to Ethan Matthews, who sends it around for Jackson McElwain. McElwain getting supported by Jack Uniacke. A hit there on the Chatham forward, and now Graham with the puck. Graham sends it down, and it'll go backwards as the Kings chase after. It's an icing called against Komoka, though. .18:30 left in this third period between the Kings and the Maroons. Holmes wins that face-off. Here's a shot, and that's blocked there. Looking for it are the Maroons, and they score. David Brown once again puts the Maroons on the board even further. It's 4-0 as they lead the Kings here in this third period. So Brown with his second of the game, putting Chatham up 4-0 here early on. Caleb Hallstra, Will Lewis, and Austin Connors out there. Connors will take the draw. Paranuzzi won it for Chatham, though, and it goes over. Graham deflects that, and it comes free for Brown. Getting by is Chris Coulter, but he put the puck away from him too far, and it was grabbed by Chatham, sent back down the ice, where it's an icing called against the Maroons. The Kings will get an offensive zone face-off. .18:11 left in this third period. Connors will take the draw for the Kings against Cam Simons for the Chatham Maroons. Draw won by Simons, goes back. Here is Bassick. Bassick passed to his man and then blew a tire. Lewis tried to grab it from Warren Clark, but couldn't get there. And now Coulter in there against Brown. A chance in front. Looking for it is Connors. Gets a hit across there and comes to the blue line. Bassick shooting. A bit of a knuckle puck, and Hage made the save. A lot of movement on that shot from Blaine Bassick. Lukings will take the draw for the Kings against Dylan Glinski of the Chatham Maroons. Chatham still trying to get sorted here. Glinski gets kicked out, and in comes Nolan Miller. Miller wins the face-off to Campbell. Campbell sent it down low. Ballack tried to play it around, and Kings still looking for it. Ballack lost it. Here's Chatham at the point. It's cut off there by Kaden Johnson. Johnston through the neutral zone looking for Carter McElwain, and now Johnston comes away with it. Kings are offside, so Johnston and Lukings will have to get back and regroup. The pass gets sent up, and it gets deflected there by Nolan Miller. Miller battling with Darius Manny in the Kings zone. Lukings got held there, was looking for a call. Campbell with a cross check. No arm up on that either as it gets sent down. Racing for it, Carter McElwain, and he comes on Strobel and scores! Carter McElwain has the Kings' first goal of the 2021-2022 season. You couldn't have drawn it up any better. It's the captain that gets them on the board, and they trail by 3. Carter McElwain has a lot of speed, as does his brother Jackson. He was able to get by the defense and score his first of the year. Carter led the Kings in points in the preseason with 5, had 2 goals and 3 assists in those 6 games played. So the Kings now on the board with their first goal of the year. Perhaps that swings the momentum in their favor. Draw is won by Cam Welch and the Chatham Maroons as it gets sent down. Burnside pressuring for the Kings. Now below the goal line, Chatham's got it. It's Craig Spence. Spence with the puck in his own end of the ice. Now into the neutral zone. Mcleod, Burnside, and Goff this line. Here comes Spence. The shot just goes over Omar Hage. Sent up now. Wells down low. Tidgewell trying to get it to Goff. Couldn't do it. Here is Wells, who sends it down. Now Coulter with it behind the net. Coulter plays it around the boards for Matthew Goff. Goff lost it, and Coulter will have to chase after it. Cam Welch in there for the Maroons, sends it back. Here's Wells. Wells out in front, couldn't find it. And now on it is Spence. Spence from the point, shot was deflected, goes up and over the glass out of play. So we'll get a whistle here. 4-1 the score, 38-15 the shots in favor of the Chatham Maroons. The line of Lukings, Carter McElwain, and Kaden Johnson out there for the Kings. Now they'll change the defense, that is. Uniacke and Matthews out there. Draw one by Komoka. Here's Matthews behind the net, plays it around for Kaden Johnson, deflected it back. McCracken kept it in. Now here's Carter McElwain. McElwain has a streaking Lukings, tries to flip it up to him. Johnston in there as well. McCracken had it in his skates, but he's able to get just enough of it to muscle it into the corner. Lukings feeds it back to the blue line. Uniacke, wrist one on goal, just goes wide. Trying to get it is Ethan Matthews. Now Carter McElwain looking for it. McElwain in the corner, spins and lost the puck. Here is Chatham in their own zone, feeding it up. It's now David Brown. Brown back up, deflected, knocked away by Matthews. Kaden Johnston sends it below the goal line, and after it is Ethan Matthews. Looking to get it to Carter McElwain. Couldn't quite do it as 2 Maroons were on him. Lukings goes in for the hit and misses it. He'll head off for a change. Matthews and Uniacke the defense. It'll be icing called against Chatham, much to the chagrin of their coaching staff. So the face-off will go in the Maroon zone. A couple of good chances there once again for this McElwain, Johnston, and Lukings unit. It'll be Holmes, Jackson McElwain, and Adam Zuckerman for the Kings. It gets sent around by Bassick, though, as the Maroons won the face-off. Ballack with the puck, feeds it up, looking for McElwain, couldn't find him. And now into the neutral zone it goes, down the ice. Ballack gets cross-checked there by Brown. Jackson McElwain trying to get possession. He lost it to Paranuzzi. He hit that one off the post. The shot just rung the iron. Here goes Ballack up the ice, tried to jump around and get possession of the puck back, couldn't do it. A 3-on-1 for Chatham, but they couldn't maintain steady possession of the puck. Clark sends it down. In come the Maroons. Shot blocked by Ballack as he muscles his way to get possession. Ballack with it, has a man on him, lost it, and now here comes Zuckerman the other way. Zuckerman flipped it up, and now McElwain will play it down the ice. Here is Brendan Strobel. Strobel sends it down, and it's grabbed there by the Maroons. It's Blaine Bassick. Bassick goes to Sculthorpe. Sculthorpe now, here's Darius Manny. as the Kings get it back. Here's Zuckerman. Zuckerman with Holmes and Manny. Finds Manny. He's wide open. Shooting. Scores! Darius Manny makes it a 2-goal game with his first goal as a Komoka King. The drop pass left Darius Manny wide open, and he took full advantage to cut the deficit to 2. All of a sudden, it's a 2-goal game. Cam Welch will take the face-off against Austin Connors. And boy, when your 2 veterans score some goals, that ought to shift some momentum a little bit in the Kings' favor. McKim going to try to answer back. That's deflected over the net. Here's Will Lewis. Lewis sends it down the ice, and that'll be an icing called against the Kings. So Adam Zuckerman also gets his first point as a Komoka King with the assist on the Darius Manny goal. It's a 4-2 game here. Welch will take the draw against Connors. Connors has Hallstra and Will Lewis on his line. Tidgewell gets it to Will Lewis. Lewis plays it up. Here's Hallstra through center. Caleb Hallstra bringing the puck in. Hallstra in, shooting, stopped by Strobel, and he'll hold on. The Kings now applying pressure, getting in there, sending it down the ice, getting into the offensive zone. They're doing what they need to do to try and get back into this game. Once again, it'll be Lukings, McElwain, and Johnston. Johnston ready on the one-timer if Lukings can win it cleanly. He's not able to do that. Welch wins the draw, and it goes backwards, handled by Colin Whaley. Whaley sends it up, pass cut by Tidgewell. Tries to flip it in and does. Kings are offside. Now they're all good as they try to start up an attack. McElwain went into pressure, couldn't get there. It's Chris Coulter who goes to Josh Tidgewell, flips it up for Kaden Johnson. Johnston getting by with his speed, gets hit hard into the stanchion by Cam Simons, and Johnston goes back. He's a little upset with that hit. A dangerous one at that, sending him into the stanchion at the end of the bench. Could cause some serious injury. We saw Max Pacioretty get injured on a play like that. Here's Johnston with that puck. Johnston has McElwain, but he gets tied up. And there'll be a penalty coming up against Chatham, and the Maroons are upset about it. Going back to that hit, though, I mean, the Kings have some padding around that stanchion here at the Wellness Center, which is a big reason why there was no injury there to Kaden Johnson. Still an ugly hit, and Johnston's letting the Maroons hear about that. So Whaley, after tying Johnson up, goes to the penalty box. It'll be Jackson McElwain, Matthew Goff, and Nolan Burnside out there for the Kings with Tidgewell and Coulter on the blue line. Draw one by Goff, goes to Coulter. Coulter finds Tidgewell. Tidgewell spins, goes over to McElwain. Had it in his skates, now Burnside below the goal line, sends it around the boards. Looking for it, Glinski. Can't get it out, but now will. After it is David Brown, Josh Tidgewell on that puck. Tidgewell spins off, tries to set up an attack. It gets deflected by a Maroon, and down the ice it goes. Here's Chris Coulter. Coulter with possession behind his net. Coming through now. Goes up for Matthew Goff. Goff spins, goes back looking for Coulter. No, instead goes to Tidgewell. Tidgewell goes over to Chris Coulter. Coulter goes across the ice. Here's Tidgewell. Fan on that slap shot. Now tries to keep it in. Does. McElwain chops at it. In tight. A chance. Shooting. Trying. Is it in? No. It somehow stayed out. Everybody was swatting at the puck. Here's Coulter. Goes to Tidgewell. Tidgewell at the point. Wrist one on goal. Stopped by Strobel. A couple of good chances there for the Kings on the power play. And they'll now get that top unit out there. McElwain, Johnston, Lukings, with Matthews and Ballack for the defenders. 1:12 left in this penalty to Colin Whaley. Lukings will take the face-off for the Kings. Johnston to his left, McElwain to his right, both playing on their offsides here on the power play. Looking to set up that one-time shot. It gets sent down the ice, and Ballack will chase after it. Omar Hage leaves it there for him. Ballack spins off and tries to get away from Cam Simons. Simons pressuring, now racing forward is Lukings. Lukings chips it to center where Carter McElwain's got it. McElwain and Kaden Johnston. McElwain coming in, shooting, just goes wide as Strobel didn't even need to get a piece of it. Went over the net. Down the ice it goes. 45 seconds left here on the power play. Ethan Matthews plays the puck. Matthews behind Omar Hage. Waits for the Kings to get ready, and now Lukings leads the charge up the ice. Lukings tried to get it by, couldn't do it. Now Matthews, after the puck got deflected by McKim, goes back. Here's Ballack with 30 seconds left on the man advantage. Goes off of Carter McElwain, looking for it. Matthews again. Wells sends it down the ice, and Ballack will chase after it in the corner. A big hit there from Ballack, or at least an attempt that did not quite go the way he had expected it to. Here is Komoka with the puck. That's Lukings who goes back to Ballack. Now Matthews. Matthews chips it up for McElwain. The puck was moving too much for him to be able to handle it. Here's McKim. Plays it off the boards, and it gets a piece of Carter McElwain. Sent out to center. Matthew Ballack now on the puck. Ballack goes across. Here's Matthews. Matthews to McElwain. Now Kaden Johnson dances one man, but can't shake multiple Chatham defenders as he was the only King in there. Carter McElwain trying to get possession, and it gets sent down. Mcleod in there off the bench. Fresh troops and lots of energy. Here's Johnston. Johnston gets it back to the point where Manny unloads with a shot that was deflected wide. Mcleod and McElwain in the corner. McElwain finds Mcleod, goes back. Sculthorpe with it. Sculthorpe with the puck through center. And now it's deflected there. Here is Johnston. Johnston goes to Mcleod. Mcleod headed back for Komoka. Alex Mcleod drops it off, gets a whack on the leg, and now McElwain in the corner, trying to get to that puck. Here is Mcleod on it. Mcleod goes over, now has it in his skates. Johnston looking for it. Uniacke in there as well, and it comes free for Darius Manny. Manny plays it off the boards. Johnston still out there with Carter McElwain as the Kings continue to apply the pressure. McElwain now heads off for a change. Mcleod's got it in the slot, spins, fires, deflected. Chance in front. Strobel got a piece. Maroons try to get it out. Uniacke had it go off his hand. Hibbert looking for it, and now Johnston finally gets off for a change. Onto the ice is Nolan Burnside, and an icing called against the Chatham Maroons. So this tired Maroons group has to stay out there. Kings trying to use this to their advantage to make it a one-goal game. Connors, Zuckerman, and Goff. Draw one by Connors, goes back to Coulter. Wrist shot just goes wide. Now here's Tidgewell. Tidgewell, that gets blocked, and now headed the other way are the Maroons. Trying to get back is Austin Connors. Coulter, the lone defender there for the Kings. The pass was blocked by Chris Coulter. Komoka trying to get it out now. Here's Brett Hibbert. Hibbert lost that puck. Coulter on it. Coulter gets it out to center for Matthew Goff. Goff tries to chip it by Spence. Nearly did. Here is Connors. Connors. Kings are offside, and then now they're good as it gets sent down. Here's Spence again. Goff looking for it. 9:31 left in the period. Spence goes back. Now Tidgewell. Tidgewell fanned on that, but luckily Chris Coulter right there. Now here comes Matthew Goff. Goff on the right side, moving his way in. Has to spin off and dodge a hit. Goff looking to get it to Zuckerman. Zuckerman trying to get there for Komoka. Battling with Cam Welch. Here's Campbell. Gets hit there low. And down goes Darius Manny along with Campbell. 9 minutes left in this third period. Here comes Craig Spence. Spence through the middle. Drops it off for Campbell and offside of the Maroons. So we've got ourselves a whistle. 8:59 left in this third period, and what has become an interesting hockey game. It's 4-2 Chatham Maroons over the Komoka Kings at the moment. But the Kings have had the momentum in this third period. That is for sure. The draw is won there by Chatham, and Burnside tries to get there. Can't do it. Lukings in there jostling for possession. Now headed down is Paranuzzi. Paranuzzi sent it across. Here's David Brown. Brown has 2 goals already. Goes to McCracken at the blue line. McCracken down low. Looking for it are Manny and Ballack. Manny tries to get there. Now Brown goes back. Here's Ballack playing the puck in the corner. Matthew Ballack sends it up, and it gets deflected there. Burnside gets it over to Will Lewis. Lewis has Lukings with him. Lewis dodges the defender, kicks it up to himself, has it in his skates. Burnside tries to get there, can't do it. Manny keeps it in, gets hit, and it gets deflected into the corner. Darius Manny gets a hit across there. In front of the net, a chance! And we've got a whistle here. And it's a cross-check coming up against Darius Manny, who is not happy with that call. It left a King well open, and it looks like Will McCracken went into the boards in an awkward fashion. He's going to try to walk this one off. Manny letting the referees hear it for that call, so he'll get 2 for cross-checking. The Kings will have to try to kill off a penalty. They're 1 for 3 in doing that tonight. Pardon me, 2 for 4. Maroons are 2 for 4 on the power play. The draw is won there by the Kings. They try to get it out around the boards. It goes. Cam Welch will keep it in. Welch at the blue line sends it down into the corner now where it's handled by Chatham. In front, a chance. Matthews had to go off his skate and nearly went in. Here comes Kaden Johnson shorthanded. Johnston, the only man there for the Kings, gets a stick in there. There's no arm up. The crowd is upset. The bench is upset. No call. Headed down now are the Maroons. Here comes Sculthorpe. Sculthorpe goes across. Clark, shot, stopped by Hage. Rebound, big save, Omar Hage on the bouncing puck. Puck's loose. Hage gets a blocker on it in front to the slot. Oh boy, it goes over the net. Chatham pressuring Johnson, just trying to get it out. And what an effort by Omar Hage. Kings get fresh troops on the ice. Quite a few fans on their feet here at the Wellness Center to show their appreciation for Omar Hage's effort. Here's Cam Welch coming in on the man advantage. 1 minute left in the penalty to Manny. Back to the blue line. Here is Clark. Clark shooting. Stopped by Hage. After a Chris Coulter. And we've got ourselves a penalty. It's interference. And it's going to go against Josh Tidgewell, it looks like. Adam Casey is going to let the referee hear it. So it's going to be 5-on-3 for right around a minute. .7:16 left in this third period, and while the Kings are making an effort to come back in this one, the penalties are doing them no favors. So it'll be a minute of 5-on-3 approximately, 58 seconds to be exact, then a minute and 2 seconds of 5-on-4. Ballack, the lone Kings defender there in the slot, as they've got Mcleod guarding at the point. Here's a chance down low. Maroons looking to set it up at the blue line. Spence goes across. McKim shooting, glove save, Hage, and it goes off into the corner. Simons goes to the blue line. At the point, it's Spence. Spence finds McKim. McKim walking in, top of the circle. Tried to feed it across for his man. Paranuzzi couldn't get it to him. Kings trying to get it out. Did not skip over the stick of Spence. McKim keeps it in. Shooting high. Now here is Paranuzzi. Paranuzzi to the point, going across. Now McKim on that puck. McKim goes over. Pass deflected. Hage in close. They score. Cam Simons with the goal. Referee actually has not made a call, it seems, just yet. It'll be a goal for the Chatham Maroons. Commotion in front of the net. A couple of guys went down. It went off the skate of a Kings defender that deflected it into the slot, and now it's 5-2. So Manny leaves the penalty box. We'll see who the goal is for. I believe it's Cam Simons. Could be Paranuzzi as well. Welch will take the face off. It's 5-on-4. Tidgewell still in the penalty box. Carter McElwain and Kaden Johnson, the forwards. 41 shots now for the Maroons in this game. Draw is won by the Kings as they try to drain this clock a little bit in this penalty kill. Johnston trying to pressure. Clark goes over. It's handled there by Chatham. Sculthorpe into the offensive zone. Has Cam Welch behind him. Elects not to go to him, and now the puck will be kept in at the blue line by Clark. McElwain looking for it, and it gets sent out by Chris Coulter. 6:13 left in this third period, and 55 seconds left in the penalty to Josh Tidgewell. Here's Cam Welch behind the net. Welch, the captain of this Maroons squad, drops it off, and it'll be grabbed by Warren Clark. Clark through the middle, sent in by Kaden Johnson. And now getting through is Glinski. Shooting blocker, saved by Hage. A quick shot from Dylan Glinski, but Hage got a piece. Racing for it, Kaden Johnson. Johnson shorthanded coming in. In tight the shot, stopped by Strobel. And the Maroons get it back to the blue line. Matthews fan on his shot. And now Chatham trying to get it out. 23 seconds. Johnson wasn't able to tuck it past Brendan Strobel as that one goes wide. Around the boards, it'll be played by Sculthorpe at the point. Sculthorpe nearly had his pocket picked by Carter McElwain. Matthews on it. Matthews around, looking for Chris Coulter. Coulter will send it down the ice. 6 seconds left in the penalty to Tidgewell. Carter McElwain will be the first to get there. He's got Johnston behind him. McElwain goes down, trying to feed Johnston in the slot. Now at the point, in comes Goff racing off the bench. Shot from Coulter, they score! It's a 2-goal game. Chris Coulter puts it through a screen. Funny that Kings Never Die is the song that comes over the loudspeaker after that goal. because this Kings team in this evening's contest seems to never be dying. It's 5-3 Chatham now with 5:10 left in this third period. Draw one there by the Maroons. Here's McKim. McKim has that puck. Sends it up, and now it's deflected there by Campbell. McKim sends it down. Here's Ballack. Ballack with possession of the puck. Goff looking for it. Here's Goff. Goff through center, looking to get it up for Zuckerman. Chris Coulter officially has credit for that goal. Around the boards it goes in the corner. Now back to the blue line. Campbell gets it up. It's handled there by the Maroons. In they come with speed. Brown stopped by Hage. Pardon me, that was Nolan Miller who came in and was stopped by Omar Hage.
We don't have anybody that is playing the 50-50 ticket. The winning number is 330-027.
4:27 left in this third period between the Kings and the Maroons. Some chirping going on now to the right of the face-off dot, and Darius Manny's in the penalty box. Not sure what this is all about, but Manny is in the box. And once we get that sorted, we'll keep you up to date at home. It looks like it's 5-on-5 though, as the draw is won by the Maroons. The shot is gloved easily by Omar Hage. We still await the announcement over the loudspeaker for what Darius Manny's in the penalty box for. .422 left. Jackson McElwain will take the face-off for the Kings. He wins the draw, and now the Kings will try to get it out. Here's Will Lewis. Lewis goes to Mcleod. Mcleod now sends it up for McElwain. McElwain through center, has that puck, goes between his skates. Nice move, backhand shot, stopped by Strobel, who holds on. So Darius Manny gets a 10-minute misconduct for unsportsmanlike conduct, Draws one there by the Maroons. And King goes down in the corner there. That's Jackson McElwain that went down to the ice. Chatham tries to get it out. Will Lewis got a stick on that as the Maroons race back the other way. In there is Alex Mcleod. Will Lewis trying to get there as well. Tidgewell battling for possession. And Omar Hage pokes it towards the corner. Right to a Chatham Maroon, though. Cut off by Will Lewis on that pass. Lewis tries to get it over to Jackson McElwain. Trailing is Chris Coulter. He's got a goal tonight. Coulter risks one on goal. That goes wide of the net. Lewis trying to get there and keep it in for the Kings. He does. Sends it to the corner where McLeod's got it. Alex McLeod. It'll be sent up by Spence. Now a chance into the slot. McElwain had already left, and it was grabbed by a Maroon. That was McCracken. Here is Coulter. Coulter with time and space. Now Lewis tried to get it up for McLeod. Couldn't do it. Headed the other way is Brown. He's got speed and 2 goals tonight. You know he's looking for that hat trick as he moves in on the left side. Poked away by Chris Coulter, though. Now a chance at the Maroons. No Kings defender was there. In tight a chance. They score. Nobody there for the Komoka Kings. The puck came out to the slot. And that is Connor Paranuzzi's first GOJHL goal at 6-3. Just a mental mistake for the Kings there in the corner that winds up costing them a goal. Linesman talking to Darius Manny, who I believe is just going to head to the locker room now after that misconduct for the unsportsmanlike. And he's not too happy. Draws one by Chatham as they have it in their own zone. Carter McElwain pressuring. Kaden Johnson out there as well. It comes free, and now down the ice. Racing for it is Ethan Matthews. Matthews goes around. Here's Brown. Brown had his pass deflected. That puck was definitely played with a high stick, but no whistle. And now we've got a whistle. What for? We don't know. It's a hand pass, they're saying. 2:47 left in this third period, 6-3 in favor of the Chatham Maroons. Lukings to take the draw. Johnston and McElwain with him. Draw won by Lukings. Goes back. Here's Johnston. Johnston tried to get it to Ballack. Instead it comes to Blaine Bassick. Bassick pass was deflected. Now Carter McElwain trying to get in there. Paranuzzi there as well. Johnston had to go off his stick, and it's in the skates of a Maroons defender headed the other way. There's a hit. Carter McElwain flips it up, and that'll be kept in at the blue line by Clark. Clark tried to get it in deep, but couldn't do it. Now Bassick alone against Johnston. Kings are offside, so McElwain couldn't chase after the puck. Johnston gets onside, now goes off a skate. Here's Kaden Johnson, dances one man. Johnson had it poked off his stick, leaving it for Lukings. Lukings coming in, just goes over the net. Tried to pick a corner and missed. Here's Brown. Brown goes to Paranuzzi. Paranuzzi flips it up, and that's fanned on by Matthew Ballack. Ballack with the puck. Tries to get by, can't do it. Loose puck, now it's grabbed by Welch. Welch flips it in the air, looking for Miller, couldn't find him. In the corner now, it's handled by the Maroons. That gets deflected. Down low, it's Cam Welch. Welch has Matthews on him. In the corner now, back to the point. McKim shot, just goes wide. Looking for Carter McElwain, couldn't do it. It's in the skates of a Chatham skater there, and it goes into the corner. After it, Matthews. To the point now, here's McKim with a shot, just goes wide. Here is Ballack. Ballack goes to Johnston. Johnston now through center. Shooting! Stopped by Strobel, who holds on. Connors takes the face off and wins it for Komoka, but it's grabbed by the Maroons. They flip it off the glass after it. Chris Coulter. Coulter backhands that up in the air. Goff plays it. Matt Goff through center with the puck. Has Burnside to his right. Goff gets taken down, and no arm up, as they're more than likely just going to let this play out unless we get some major scrums. It goes into the corner. Kings get onside, and now it gets sent up the ice where it's grabbed by Spence, but the Kings get it back. Coulter down the ice. It gets to Clark. Clark waits for it to settle down a little bit so he can play it. 30 seconds left in this third period. Here's Clark again, sending it up deflected. Coulter looking for it. 20 seconds left in the third now. Chris Coulter with that. Trying to get it. Tidgewell with it. Tidgewell to the middle. It's cut off. Headed the other way now. A shot goes wide. 11 seconds left in this third period. Now 10 on the clock. Connors in the corner with it. Here's a chance. Down low, McElwain, and we've got a scrum here. Josh Tidgewell getting into it. Burnside shoving now. Tidgewell in a battle there with Cameron Graham with 2 seconds left in this third period. Well, we're actually 3 closer to that. Tidgewell trying to get in there, and the linesman trying to separate him. Tidgewell heads off the ice. He knows his evening is done. He'll head into the locker room, and you would expect that Brandon Graham will do the same, or Cameron Graham, pardon me, will do the same. 2.9 left on the clock. The penalties will get sorted out by the scorer's box. Not sure who ignited that scrum, but no real need for it at this stage in the game. Austin Connors will take the face off as fans head for the exits. Draw one by Connors, goes to Coulter, who'll flip it to Uniacke, and that'll do it for the home opener for the Komoka Kings. The Chatham Maroons come out on top here at the Wellness Center. The Kings were shut down early, but were able to get some momentum and some scoring as the game went on. If the Kings are able to play the way they did in the latter half of that game, there's a chance that they come out on top the next time these two teams face off. But Those first two periods wound up costing them. Defensively, it wasn't a great third period for Komoka, but the offense was firing on all cylinders. And that'll do it for our coverage of this one here at the Komoka Wellness Center. We appreciate you joining us here on YouTube for the Kings and the Maroons. As these two sides had their first matchup of the season, they'll match up again pretty much exactly 1 month from now in October, the second last weekend of October. The Maroons will come to Komoka once again to face off against the Kings. For now, we'll say goodbye. Next Kings home game is on Saturday, October 2nd against the St. Mary's Lincolns. We'll have the coverage for you on Hockey TV, that's for sure, potentially YouTube as well. We appreciate you